Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host Fondue.
Cheesy here.
This week we're talking all about cheeseball.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to learn about their history
Ooh.
and some recipes.
Yum.
Have you ever had a giant jar of cheeseballs and thought to
Yeah.
yourself, I just want to get right in there?
Duh.
Well, we're going to talk about a dog, a bear, and a deer who did.
Oh my.
And we're going to tell a very cheesy joke. Stay
Mama
tuned for
joke.
episode 214, That's the Halls with Balls of Cheese on Just Cheesy, the podcast.
La.
It's the holiday season, Cheesy, and
Yep.
guess what we're going to talk about?
Baby cheeses.
No.
Cheeses of Nazareth.
No.
Cheesemas.
No.
I give up.
No, for more specific holiday and Christmas episodes, we've got a list in our show notes of all of our previous episodes for this time of the year.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about you, buddy.
Me?
The infamous cheese ball.
Oh yeah.
For those of you that might be new to the channel, cheesy is a literal ball of cream cheese.
That's me.
And you were inspired, pal, by my love of making holiday cheese balls.
Heck yeah.
There isn't a Christmas, New Year's, or any other holiday that I don't take a decorative cheese ball.
That's true.
And this year is no different.
Yep.
Merriam-Webster says a cheese ball is someone who lacks style or good taste.
Nope.
Urban Dictionary says it's someone who says corny things at the wrong time.
Maybe.
And Oxford English Dictionary describes it exactly how we do.
Yep.
An appetizer or snack consisting of cheese mixed with other ingredients and rolled into a ball.
That's right.
Thanks, Oxford, for clearing that up.
Yeah.
According to CultureCheeseMag.com, we get a little bit of the history of the cheese ball.
Nice.
The first documented record was a pretty large ball of cheese. In the early 1800s
Yeah?
in Massachusetts, there was a cheese ball that weighed 1,235 pounds.
Holy cow.
It was called the Mammoth Cheese,
Whoa.
and it was sent to President Thomas Jefferson
Wow.
as a gift.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about this one before, too. And some of the things that really stand out to me is there was a big rumor at the time that said it was displayed at the White House for 2 years.
What?
And it was served at various party functions
Ew.
before getting tossed into the Potomac River. I cannot imagine what that was like
Ew.
after the first year, let alone 2 years.
Huh?
We don't see the cheese ball documented again until 1944.
Whoa.
According to the article, Mrs. Selmer E. Ellertson
Ooh.
inspired the cheese ball entry into a book called Food of My Friends.
Wow.
You see, this was her signature dish at parties.
Oh, yeah.
Cheese balls have made it into a book called Great Balls of Cheese
Whoa.
and into a play called The Book of Liz.
What?
They were wildly popular in the 70s, and there's lots of very
Yeah.
interesting pictures online of what the cheese balls contain.
So cool.
The first ever cheese ball recipe I encountered included the Armour Star brand of dried beef.
Whoa.
This is the same dried beef that you put in SOS or you
On
know
a
what, on
shingle.
a shingle over toast. Basically, dried beef and a gravy over toast, and it is
Ooh.
cheap and delicious.
Yummy.
But the cheese ball, I can't find an origin.
Yeah.
I went to the brand's official website, and I'm not seeing a recipe there either. I think that's a big miss on their part.
Yeah.
The Budig beef brand also doesn't have the right cheese ball recipe, but
They
they do
don't?
have some good ones. They have a pickle roll-up, which is cream cheese
Ooh.
and dried beef and pickles, and they've got a deli meat sushi roll. But their
Yum.
cheese ball includes black olives, and that's not the original one.
Nope.
According to WisconsinCheese.com, these appetizers were ultra popular in the 50s through the 70s, but they've made a resurgence.
Yeah.
Theirs is a good general cheese ball recipe.
Yep.
They say to mix cream cheese with another grated, either semi-soft or semi-hard cheese.
Like
They
cheddar?
say to add herbs, spices, or other ingredients for flavor,
Ooh.
combine them well, and roll the mixture into a ball.
Yeah.
Of course, chill it in the refrigerator and roll
Yep.
the ball in a mixture of nuts or other crunchy ingredients.
Yum.
The recipe that I remember from my youth can be found on allrecipes.com.
Yep.
You take a package or a jar of dried beef.
Yes.
You have 2 packages of cream cheese,
Oh, yeah.
6 green onions chopped,
Ooh.
1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce,
Yum.
and a half a teaspoon of seasoned salt.
Yum.
You know the drill.
Yeah.
Take half of the dried beef, chop it up,
Yep.
combine all the other ingredients, and roll it into a ball.
Yeah.
Then roll it into the rest of the dried beef. And that's it. You've got a cheese ball.
Nice.
We'll have a link to our favorite festive cheese balls on our website and a link in our show notes. But we use a very, very simple and cheap recipe.
So easy.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
This is going to be the easiest thing you make all year.
Yep.
You need 2 packets of cream cheese.
Of course.
You need 1 packet of Knorr vegetable mix.
Yep.
And then you can either add some shredded cheese or don't add shredded cheese, and that's it.
That's it.
2 ingredients, 3 at the most.
2 ingredients.
And you've got a delectable cheese ball.
Delectable.
Knorr soup mix and cream cheese are not sponsors, but
Nope.
when they are,
Yeah.
their ad will go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah,
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
they do.
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay!
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY, that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay, Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. It's time for my favorite segment.
This week in cheese.
According to CBSNews.com, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, there were state game wardens on the lookout for a deer.
Oh no.
A lady was in her office and she looked out the window,
Yeah?
and there was a deer that came up as if to say, "Help me."
Oh no.
That very deer had a clear plastic bucket over its head.
What?
It's actually likely that that bucket was a cheeseball bucket.
Whoa.
Empty plastic jars of cheese balls have been the bane of wildlife existence for quite a few years.
They have?
And literally stories are from all over the country.
Whoa.
According to Vice.com, there was a black bear found roaming in the north woods of Wisconsin with a jar stuck around her head.
Aw.
They say this doesn't usually happen because bears tend to be significantly heavier, like 100 to 150 pounds.
Holy cow.
This bear was about 70 pounds,
Aw.
and she was surviving.
Wow.
She wasn't dehydrated because she had managed to drink by dunking her whole entire head, bucket included,
Whoa.
into streams and slurped it up like a horse munching from a feeder bag.
Whoa.
Fortunately, the Department of Natural Resources were able to find her in a yard in Cable, Wisconsin.
Wow.
It was a tranquilizer dart that took her down, and they did a careful open-air surgical procedure
Okay.
to remove the jar.
Whoa.
In 2016, a man wrestled a bear with a cheese ball jar stuck on his head in Colorado.
Another bear?
According to theweek.com, a man lassoed and wrestled a 2-year-old bear after it
Lassoed?
got its head stuck in an empty plastic cheese ball jar.
Whoa.
He nicknamed the bear Jughead Bear.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that does make sense.
Yeah.
He was able to get the bear to come down from a tree, and wildlife officials managed to tranquilize the bear and remove the plastic jar.
Nice.
I mean, this is going on like a Winnie the Pooh episode. There was another bear in Florida in 2018.
Whoa.
According to mynews13.com, there was a little bear cub that got his head stuck in none other than a cheese ball jar.
Aw.
Wildlife agents were able to use a catch pole to hold the plastic jar in place,
Wow.
and using its paws, the cub was able to pull its head free.
Aw.
Deer and bear aren't the only cheese ball victims.
They're
In
not?
October, there was a dog in Michigan.
Aw.
This little guy was nicknamed Cheeto. He got a plastic jug stuck on his head for over 3 days.
No way.
A member of the public took Cheeto over to the Last Stop Animal Rescue and Sanctuary in Carlton,
Whoa.
where they were able to remove the jug.
Nice.
There are some gentle reminders out there if you're getting rid of a giant cheese ball container.
Yeah.
Make sure to rinse it out
Yeah.
because a lot of animals are scavengers and that smell will attract them.
Yum.
Also, maybe drill a hole in the plastic jug so if an animal does get it on their head, they'll be able to breathe.
Nice.
Back in August of this year, in Dillsburg, PA, was a dog named Dallas Cheddar.
Aw.
Now, poor Dallas had been out there for quite a few days with this bucket on her head.
Oh no.
The canine rescue of Central PA
Oh.
was able to remove the bucket,
Wow.
but Dallas wasn't eating very well nor drinking.
Oh no.
She had a low white blood count,
Aw.
and she was believed to have a lot of tick bites.
Aw.
The vice president and general manager of Hanover Foods Corporation, the one who makes the Bickle Snack Foods container,
Yeah?
actually helped to cover the dog's recovery bills.
Whoa.
They covered all of the medical bills and provided a gift bag of cheese balls.
Nice.
And I'm pleased to announce that Dallas Cheddar has found her forever home.
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay, why is a cheese ball calm before going on the table?
I don't know why.
Because it's been chilling all day.
Ha ha ha
Get
ha.
it? It's been chilling all day?
That's a silly one.
Oh, I know. That was silly and a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to episode 214, Deck the Halls with Balls of Cheese.
Thank you.
Check out our show notes where we've got a link to our favorite
Yeah.
cheese ball recipe and to some of our favorite Christmas episodes.
Check it
Have
out.
a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and of course,
Stay cheesy, everybody.